So the saga between Tiffany Henyard and the city of Dolton, Illinois is actually on the rise. Not too long ago, she was accused of putting the city $7 million in debt. And after putting the city $7 million in debt, she then tried to raise property taxes at 5%. Now that's to make up for all the money that her and some of her staff has been spending, right? She does have cronies there. But now Tiffany Henyard has another allegation. Now, remember, she is the AKA City Girl Mayor, AKA Super Mayor. So she's also not only the mayor of Dolton, but she doubles as being the head of the Thornton Township. So she has two jobs. The Thornton Township job pays her $225,000 a year. Now, all of these videos on YouTube, she's been getting as much press as I think the only other politician getting as much press as her might be like Donald Trump. All right. Might be like Donald Trump. Anybody else is not even getting as much negative press as her as a politician. She's that terrible. But here's what she's trying to do now, right? And this is very interesting. So if she loses her position at Thornton Township, I want you to see what she's trying to do to force people to not even run for the position just so she can keep it. Press play.
But first, what some say is a sneaky move to keep a controversial township supervisor in power. In part 2 of our investigative series, the mayor of Dolton, who's also the Thornton Township supervisor, cements her salary with a last-minute vote.
Our Dane Placco reveals just how she did it. Dane?
Anthony and Natalie, she makes a whopping $224,000 a year. Now Thornton Township supervisor Tiffany Henyard wants to cut the salary of her position by nearly $200,000. What a great move for taxpayers, right? Well, the pay cut only happens if someone else gets that job.
It's maybe the worst attempt to try to dissuade people from running that I've ever seen, and that's a long time.
Longtime municipal attorney Burt Odelson says he was stunned when he saw the latest move by controversial Thornton Township supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who also doubles as the mayor of Dolton. 2 weeks ago, the township board passed an ordinance that allows Henyard to continue collecting her $224,000 a year salary. But if anyone other than Henyard gets the job, the ordinance resets that salary to $25,000 a year. Odelson says that's blatantly unconstitutional because you can't set an elected official's salary based on who's holding the seat.
You put a salary to attach to the job, to the officer. So it is a blatant attempt to dissuade other people from running and to allow the current supervisor to maintain the $250,000 or whatever it is, obnoxious salary.
I didn't receive any information, actually literally till I sat down for the meeting.
No, so you didn't know this was coming?
No.
Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez says he didn't vote for the ordinance because he was handed the 7-page document at the start of a meeting and didn't even have a chance to read it. Gonzalez says it's clear Henyard is trying to ward off an election challenge by cutting the salary of anyone who beats her by nearly 90%.
Discourage people from running is probably the first thing that comes to mind.
A spokesperson for the township declined to comment about Henyard's salary ordinance, and Henyard has not responded to any of my direct emails. Tonight at 9, we'll have much more on this story and how it may not scare off a big political player who's considering a run against her.
So yeah, you heard that right. What she's trying to do is that if she wins, she gets to keep her salary of $225,000. If you win, your salary goes down to $25,000. So if I see that as a person, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even want to apply for this because what is the point? It's only paying $25,000 a year. And if you go into like the Village of Dolton's YouTube page, and maybe we can do that right now, you will see on every video, the comments are blocked. She doesn't want comments coming in. And what you will see is this mayor has not apologized for anything that she has done. She has not taken any level of accountability. But what she wants to do is just continue to prove that she can do whatever that she wants to do because she can. And I'm going to keep on keeping on. It don't matter about the negative press. It doesn't matter what's going on. I'm going to keep running the city how I want to run it and forget you. And this is what you're going to find out, okay? And I'm telling you this. Same thing happened with Monique Owens out in East Point, Michigan. Monique Owens got convicted of some level of COVID fraud and had to pay the $10,000 back. Okay. Now she's out of office now. And guess what, right? A lot of these ladies coming from the Democratic Party that are African American in these black cities, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of brothers and sisters is they're getting tired of this, right? And a lot of the women that are in these positions, they sort of feel like, and they know they can get away with a lot of things. A man can't go around talking disrespectful in the way that she does, right? We're gonna be real. No black man could be sitting around here, talking crazy. And I've told you this also. A lot of the disrespect goes towards other black female residents. When you see them arguing and really putting down sisters, they be talking to other black women. They be disrespecting the hell out of black women. And I'm gonna tell you what this is gonna cause. It's gonna cause a lot of black women to not even have any faith in black female politicians. That is exactly what you can expect. That is exactly what I think is going to happen. And that's kind of what I know is going to happen. All right. I just kind of believe that. And the thing is that they don't want to have any accountability. Now, a lot of brothers have been talking about this a long time. And a lot of sisters have been, you black men just hate black women. Okay. Then when you see some of that, and it's not every sister, but you see some of the elements, what's going on. Now these ladies get the point like, oh, damn, shoot, is this what some of the black men been dealing with? Yes. It's just now that you thought that they weren't going to do that to you. You thought that was only going to come towards us. No, that energy is also coming towards you too, and a lot of y'all never expected that would happen, but yes, it does happen. And it's unfortunate that, like I said, the other people, whether it's a man or woman, wants to come into the black community and do a good job. This lady doesn't care about that. And again, this is the whole thing I've always been hearing. Black women been holding the community down, and the black women been, supporting the black men. And okay, well then when they get in the office, then are they holding the community down? When you see them in office, or do you see that? And I would say a lot of people, when they look at black women politicians, they're probably not going to be able to say, hey, as much, that they talk a good game, but hey, look, we have to get some of these sisters out of here, because when these sisters get into office, this is not all of them, but it's happening enough where it's a problem, where they feel like they don't have to do something for the people. That's black politicians in particular, but I have noticed when it comes to even Stacey Abrams and her staff, a lot of the black women were saying, vote for black men. She didn't have any plan for black men in Georgia. Nothing. She just wanted their vote for nothing. So a lot of black men showed up and didn't vote, because there was nothing to be given. And so a lot of these people feel like, vote for me because I'm black. I don't have to give you any level of respect. I don't have to give you any level of quality. I don't have to give you anything. Like, you should be glad I even talked to you. And that's been the attitude. Hey, I've heard the lady call her staff, these are babies, these people are crazy, like insult her trustees. Like literally, this is something that as a professional, you would feel like she wouldn't say that. If you had those feelings towards somebody you didn't like, you would feel like, they would try to do something. They don't feel like they owe these people anything at all. You're lucky that I know you. You're lucky that, I'm your friend. You're lucky all of this. You know what I mean? And it's disrespectful. And again, this is what the black voters are getting. And again, a lot of this animosity comes towards black women themselves. And as black men, we've been seeing it. We've been talking about this attitude for a long time in the black community towards us, but now when you see some of these female politicians, they are clapping back at sisters and being very disrespectful. Like, these ladies are being very disrespectful towards black women in America when they get into some of these seats, the ones that I've just seen recently. And hey, they don't want to be accountable for anything, like Tiffany. You know what I mean? And some people might be doing okay, but those ones, her and Monique Owens, man, that's a shame, guys. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you just heard about. We're out.